What's going on, guys? Welcome to Behind the Gimmicks. Today, we have the big pleasure of reviewing
Gravity by João Miranda.
I'm pumped for this review, though. This is a sick product. Right. I'm going to say the most magical product that we've reviewed.
100%. Absolutely. This is, I was saying to you before we started recording, after receiving this product, it literally, I started feeling for the first time in a really long time how I felt when I was just getting into magic. I felt like a kid again, literally looking around my house and being like, what magic could I make with this or like that? And like, I was like, oh, floating random stuff. And then I ran over to the chessboard and then I started playing a game of chess with myself where the pieces were moving towards me. And what's great about this is that it's a multi-motor ITR, so you can make multiple things move in a row. So I was literally having multiple chess moves play by themselves, and the possibilities are literally limitless. It's incredible. Yeah, I love this product.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a bunch of ITRs in the past, and nothing that compares really. Most of them are single. Well, all of them, not most of them. Every single one I've had has been a single reel. And they're still pretty big units. Like I think I have one that's a little bit smaller, but I've had some that are like this big, and it's like hiding this thing is like next to impossible. And they're heavy, so taping them somewhere or sticking them somewhere, they're gonna fall. So I mean, this product is second to none, I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I totally agree. It is my favorite Levitation ITR device that's out there. It's honestly going to become my go-to. It has become my go-to Levitation device. I was a big fan of using a 𝗙𝗪𝗏 setup, and I for the longest time, after testing a bunch of ITRs, preferred just using Vectra thread and using a Steve 𝗙𝗪𝗏 setup because I felt like I had the most control for a long time, where it's just on my thumb and I have control of X, Y, Z, every angle direction, making it float up, down. I felt like a lot of other ITRs, I felt limited with my control of being able to make something float in all different directions. And this is the first time that I don't really feel limited at all. I actually feel like I have way more control with this, especially with the power and speed controls, which is like that's my favorite part of this whole thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've got a few thread reels. Some you need to get a screwdriver out to change the speed. Some were a little nicer with I guess a dial on the side, but they never had numbers or anything like that. So you were kind of guessing where you're setting the speed. And so it's like a trial and error test thing. But with this, I mean, being able to dial it in to the number that you want, and even the half numbers is so much better. So much better control.
Yeah. So. And I think that if people use for a while there was Tarantula was one of the most popular ITRs out there, and the 2.0 version I actually didn't like as much as the original, because the 2.0, what was supposed to be an improvement, was that it was always retracting, and that you pressing it was stopping it from retracting, which I wasn't a fan of, because then the only thing that you can do is make things go up. All you can do is make them retract, and you can't control the speed. What I felt with this is that I just had complete control. I was having so much fun with the fact that I could make something start moving. I could walk away. I could walk back. I could make it move a little bit faster or a little bit slower. It just makes it so much more magical, especially for animations. What I was doing with the chess pieces, having it just start inching, forward a little bit and then sliding across the whole board really quickly. And then you can, adjust this all the way up to 7 or 8. And now it's flying up into your hand at a really fast clip. It's like the possibilities are endless with this.
Oh yeah, I said for my virtual show, I'm working on it so that I can take a piece of paper, put a prediction or something, and say, that's not right, crumple it up, throw it over my shoulder, and a second later have it levitate back up and then back out into my hand, so that I can show it. And I was like, that's crazy. That stuff's never been done.
Yeah, there's so many possibilities. Another thing that's my favorite about this is the fact that it has a memory function. So It has the ability to be programmed, and it's very easy to program this. You just switch it over to record mode, and then you do your whole routine. And that routine could involve something moving at a lower speed first, and then you pause and you don't move anything at all, and you walk to another location, and then you set it to a higher speed. You have total flexibility with the full routine, and then you just end the recording. It could be like a whole 5-10 minute routine that
Yeah.
gets locked into the memory, and now you don't need to have the remote at all. You can just press play and then go into your choreographed thing. I was surprised by how intuitive it is for something that has so much more. It has so many more features technologically than any other
Yeah.
product like it on the market. Yet it was very easy to just immediately be like, oh yeah, this is how I would do it. Like go into record, and started recording routines within the first few minutes of getting it threaded up.
I
It's
mean,
amazing.
it's definitely the coolest part. It's almost like plug and play. Hit
Yeah.
play and then just step back and have some fun.
Literally, I was watching the tutorial for how to thread this and doing it along with him, and João did it within a minute, and by the end of that minute, my whole thing was set up and ready to go, and I was ready to start playing and levitating stuff all around me. It's
Yeah,
great.
no, exactly. That's the nice thing about it. Like easeability is nice. It's super fun setting it up. I mean, that's part of the fun is like
Yeah.
coming up with what you're going to do with it and then programming it all in, right? And then they make it easy to do it, which is great. It's not like learning a whole new system that is like, speaking a different language,
Yeah.
which is nice.
Yeah, and we've been talking about the fact that there are limitless possibilities and you can create anything you want. But that's not to discredit the fact that there is a huge, very good tutorial that comes with this. It is 38 individual separate videos, so it's very easy to know exactly what you're trying to learn and skip around to that, instead of just sending you a like, oh, here's a 3-hour video, like skip around and try and find the information you're looking for. Everything is
Yeah.
cut up into bite-sized segments, into 38 videos that you can watch. And he has other performers like Andrew Lee, as well as a magician from India who uses the hoop system, which is a totally different system you can use that combines both of these motors into one and allows you to achieve different effects, like linking rubber bands and different types of levitations that are really creative.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say
Yeah.
is that's the cool part about it is, people always assume when it's an ITR that it's literally just, I'm gonna make something float or, levitate and stuff. And now it's like, but the rubber band stuff, I wasn't ready for that. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, this is crazy because now you're gonna learn something with an ITR that isn't something that people would think is done with an ITR,
Yeah.
which is to me a lot more fun because it's just showing you the creativity that can go into something like this. So
Yeah, you can do so many different effects, and they also show what's great about it is that he brought in other magicians that he respects that are great creators that have made really solid routines using ITRs and thread, and decided to include all of their work and their teachings into something that's really, really solid. It's great.
So my question is, what are you rating it? One
I'm
out of
gonna
10.
give this one.
One out
I'm
of
gonna
10.
give this one this is actually probably going to be my highest rating so far. I was going to give it a 10, but I do have a couple gripes that I like to say that are very minor. I'm going to give this a 9.5. It is now going to be an everyday carry for me if I'm in a situation where I'm going to, do levitations. Um, I would say that my only gripes is that the extras are so good that I wish that they were included in the actual pack. There's a gravity holder that is meant to be put on your belt, and you can easily put this in your pocket and do all of the levitation routines from within your pocket, and the thread will be fine, which is great. But I wish that the belt loop holder was included, just because I
Yeah,
want one, and
makes
I
sense.
don't want to have to wait for one to ship now.
For
Or the
sure.
toe switch. The toe switch is
The toe
awesome.
switch. Yeah.
You can do the whole
Yeah.
thing from inside your shoe. You don't even have to be holding a remote. You can control the
Yeah.
whole thing with your foot. Like, that's
No,
great.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And I'm gonna give it an 8.75.
Mm.
Absolutely love the product. I love Joel's stuff. I've got a few of his bigger, crazy products. But for this one, only because it's thread and there is the chance that thread can break and tangle and get looped up inside and stuff. I got to give it an 8.75 because I know that there's going to be people that get it that are going to have difficulty with it, but it does just take some practice. Take your time with it, get to playing around with it with the different speeds and stuff, and you will be mastering this and be doing some crazy, crazy levitations. So for me, I got to say 8.75, which I think is still my highest as well. So I don't know if I've rated anything higher than that yet either. So
I don't know. We rated ABC by Spidey very highly, but these are just totally different worlds. I think for highest magic product, that's more of a mentalism product. I think for magic product, this is probably our highest.
This is still the most magical product that we've reviewed, without a doubt. If you don't have this, I highly recommend adding it into your arsenal. And even if you're not a performer and you just want to have it, like this is something that's cool that you can set up around your house. So when you have people come over, you can freak them out as well with stuff. So
yeah, just make anything you want move on command or levitate on command. You could absolutely set this up as just kind of a permanent installation in your home where this is hidden. The battery lasts a really long time, so you just switch it on right before you're going to use it, have your remote, and I just think that this was designed with the working performer in mind, with the professional in mind, and he spent so much time, very obviously, on research and development before putting this out, making sure that this worked, practical context for performers.
You heard it here. You got to get this. You got to get it. If you're a worker, you got to use it. If you're not a worker and you're just a hobbyist, it's still so much fun to have at home and like just freak out your friends and family. So where can they get this? For a very limited time, especially if you're one of our patrons at the $10 tier, you already get 10% off of this. So you're already making more back. Like that's more than you're going to pay for a month to be a patron.
Yeah, you spend $10 to be a $10 patron. You get all of the other benefits, the additional content and the discounts, but also you get 10% off of this product. So that means you're saving $35.
Yeah, you're already saved 3.5 months of subscription. So, which is crazy. That is never been done before. So make sure to head over to allaccessmagic.com. You see it up there in the upper left corner. Boom, boom, boom. Make sure to check that out and check out our other products. We've got some other really awesome products on there. And if you've ever missed the podcast, they're all up there as well.
So if you go to allaccessmagic.com, if you are a $25 tier patron, you get 20% off. So that means you're literally saving $70 on the best levitation device on the market for paying $25.
Crazy.
We try to give as much value as possible to our patrons. You also get tons of other stuff. You get my tutorial release. You get a ton of other products and things, free downloads every month. So if you go to patreon.com/allaccessmagic, we do game nights. We do a lot of community events. If you have any questions for us, you can reach out to us anytime. But those are the tiers, the $10 and the $25 tier that give you discounts on this product. So check it out, allaccessmagic.com/shop. Get the gravity reel, and
you won't regret it. We'll see you guys this coming Wednesday with our very special guest, Mr. Brent Braun. It's going to be a fun night.
See you this Wednesday. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoy the gravity reel. Peace.